Okay, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira Dovid, Baruch Hashem. Another beautiful day here in Eretz Yisrael. And today we're going to learn, as we always do, for the well-being of the Chayalim and the Chatufim, the soldiers, and all of Klal Yisrael. I mean, look what happened yesterday, right? With that thing that came over Eretz Yisrael, 2 million people had to run into their shelters here in Israel.
Yeah.
In the whole, in the center, America. Yeah.
Wow.
Just yesterday.
I
know we live over here and we don't know anything.
Well, I don't look at the news. Missile? Was it missile or something?
From Yemen.
Some kind of what kind of thing was it? Some kind of a
Missile.
I don't know what it was.
They say it's.
But Baruch Hashem protected us. He always protects us. So we mamash daven for all of Klal Yisrael, and we learn for the well-being of all of Klal Yisrael. Okay, so today, and we're learning here. In the Likutey Halachos, we're learning Hilchos Nefilas Apayim, the laws of Tachanun. We're learning the beauty of Tachanun, how special it is. And we're learning all about Simcha yesterday, how important Simcha is, right? I hope we all realize it now. Okay, now today we're going to see how Simcha and acting silly can actually save one's life. Okay, here we go. So we're going to use Dovid HaMelech as the example. All right, so let's just do a little preview. I'll just give you a little. Let's go over the story because we know the story, but let's just go over the story, okay? So Dovid HaMelech was the youngest son of Yishai, right? Right, he was the youngest son, and all the other sons were much more respected than Dovid HaMelech was. All right, and there was a big problem going on with the Pelishtim, right? The Pelishtim were always making a lot of trouble, and they had their guy Goliath, right? Goliath in English. I think that's his name in English, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Goliath was a monster that was the. We don't know how big he was, but he was very, very, very big. And what he would do is he would go get up in the morning and put on his armor. And he would go out to terrorize the Jewish people, and he would make fun of Hashem. That's what he pretty much did. Hashem, what are you going to do to me? See how big I am? See how important I am? Right? And he did this, and he did this, and he did it. He did it in the morning, and he did it in the nighttime. At both times we have to say Shema. Right? That's what he did. In both times we say Shema in the morning, we say Shema in the nighttime. So what happened was one day, Dovid HaMelech came to bring his brothers lunch. They were the Chayalim. They were the ones for protecting Klal Yisrael, right? See, we had the Chayalim back then too, right? And Dovid HaMelech asked him, "Who is this thing? Why? He never saw the Goliath before." He asked him, "What is? Oh, this is Goliath. He's threatening all of us. He's cursing Hashem. He's threatening us." Dovid HaMelech says, "Really? He's cursing Hashem? I'll take care of him." And they said to him, No, you don't understand. No, you can't. So what did Dovid HaMelech do? Dovid HaMelech took 5 stones and a little sack, a little bag. Why did he take 5 stones and a little bag? Because it was Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, right? So it's 6 words, right? The Echad was how he took the 5 stones in the bag together. You understand? Yep. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad is 6 words, right? The Echad, the last word, is the one that was meyachid all the other words, right? It takes all the other words. He took the 5 stones in the bag, okay? And he went with his little slingshot, and Goliath started laughing at him. Right, the Medrash talks. It's fascinating. If you read the Medrash on it, he started laughing at Dovid HaMelech, and he had armor in his entire body except on his forehead. He had a little piece that was open, a little piece that was. He had a helmet, and his face everything was covered except for one little piece on his forehead. Dovid HaMelech takes his slingshot, one stone, he falls down, done. Dovid HaMelech takes his sword, cuts his head off, finished, no more Goliath. No more Goliath. So Shaul was the king at the time, and he was whoever killed Goliath would get his daughter as his to marry the daughter, and that's how. Okay. Now what happened was later on, Dovid HaMelech got captured by the Pelishtim. Right? Dovid HaMelech got captured. Yes, you know the story, right? He got captured by the Pelishtim, right? And then he was taken. He was taken to Avimelech. Avimelech was the king. Avimelech was the king of the Pelishtim at the time. So they thought they were going to get some reward. They caught Dovid HaMelech, right? He's the one that knocked down their prize warrior, right? So what did Dovid HaMelech do? He realized he's in a dire situation, right? He's in a dire. It's all of them, their soldier, everything against him. So he did was he acted foolish. He acted foolish. He made himself like he's crazy. He started banging on the gates, on the doors. He started writing on the walls. He started scratching the walls, and he started acting like a crazy person. So what happened? Avimelech, they kept trying to tell him, this is the guy. This guy's crazy. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He's crazy. Get him out of here. And he left. And Dovid HaMelech was saved. Right? Isn't it amazing?
We say that.
Yeah, we're going to say it right now. No, yes, they're right. That's what we're going to learn now. I just want to give you the preview of what we're going to learn now. So now, here we go. Vav. David HaMelech changed himself. He changed his ways. He started to be like a crazy person, acting foolish. He acted foolish. Yeah, remember we were learning yesterday, some days you have to act foolish in order to be able to get yourself out of the situation you're in. Dovid HaMelech did that. Right? And then like Yossi said, we read this every Shabbos morning. Is that amazing? Okay, now, Ki Dovid HaMelech hu bechinas malchus de kedusha. Of course, Dovid HaMelech is the malchus de kedusha, right? Do you know what that means? Right, malchus de kedusha. Right? He's on the holy side, right? Shu bechinas hashchina, which is the Shechina, right? The Shechina's holiness, happiness, right? We said that's the Shechina. Bechinas malchus David Mashiach kayadua. Malchus is David Mashiach. We know that. We said David Melech is all chai v'kayim, right? Kayadua. Shehu bechinas simcha kenal. V'ikar hamilchama shel David im asitra achra v'aklipois hayirak l'shaba atzvos u'lizkois l'simcha. David HaMelech was fighting with the sitra achra in order to break the atzvos, because he understood. And that when we do our averis, the Shechina goes into Golus. Right? We're in Golus. But the biggest problem of the fact that we're in Golus is the fact that the Shechina is in Golus. Right? The Shechina is HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence in this world. What is the Shechina? The Shechina is HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence in this world. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is high. He's up everywhere. Hashem showed, so manifests himself in this world with the Shechina. Right? And then we know. Like when you come into a shul, right? For example, a shul has the presence of the Shechina, right? So sometimes when you walk into shul, you feel it. Some minyanim you just feel some kind of reverence. You feel something, right? You go to the kotel, right? So we know that the Shechina is never zaz me'akotel, kotel, right? We know that the Shechina will never leave the kotel. So therefore, sometimes when you go to the kotel, you just feel something because you feel the Shechina. You ever feel something special when you go to the kotel?
Sure.
You feel something. You can't put your finger on it. You don't know what it is, but you just feel there's something there. That's the Shechina. You're feeling the presence of the Shechina. Okay, so that's the Shechina. Okay, l'shaba atzvos v'liskois l'simcha, to break the atzvos, to bring us to simcha. Simcha is the opposite. Is the antidote against the atzvos, depression. And that's why David HaMelech wrote Sefer Tehillim, which is the 10 different types of song, right? Connected to the 10 different types of pulses and so on and so forth, right? Song of kedusha, malchus the kedusha is the way to get out of the atzvos, right? People can sing a nice nigun, right? A nigun can pull a person out of atzvos also, right? Simcha, a nigun, right? Shehimshich David Ba'ilam Ayadei Sefer Tehillim Shekolu Mikol Asara Mine Negina. We learned a lot about that, right? We all know that, right? He's going to say now, Bechina Simcha Shekosov Ale Osar, right? The Ale Osar, the 10, okay? Ale Nevel Kisamachtani Hashem B'Falecha. Because of Rabbeinu Zal b'Mokei Macher, Rabbi Nachman talks about that in lesson Chav Dalet. Again, all this whole lesson that we're learning about here in Halacha Dalet is on lesson Chav Dalet 24 in Likutey Moran. Okay, v'chein mevoya b'Zohar Kodesh. Shedavid HaMelech Olav Hasholem who Batcha de Malka. Wow, David HaMelech was. We were learning yesterday about the Batchin, right? The ones that the jester. You like that word, right? Jester. We were learning about the jesters yesterday. David HaMelech was the Batchin of Hashem, Batchin the Malka. He was Hashem's jester. Shafilu be'eshes vada al chetoi, b'shviras leiv, loy ozav es darkei b'itchosai. Even when David HaMelech was confessing on his mistakes, he was still doing it in a happy way. Let's think about it. Tshuva is a mitzvah, right? Tshuva is a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to do tshuva. So it means if it's a mitzvah to do tshuva, you have to do tshuva b'simcha. Right? We have said, in other words, if you want to accomplish mitzvah, if you want to accomplish something with your mitzvah, you have to do it with joy. Joy is the catalyst that makes things move. Correct?
Yeah.
Right? That's what we said. The holy Arizal accomplished what he accomplished because he put simcha into his mitzvahs. Simchas into his mitzvah. So even David HaMelech, as he's confessing his mistakes, again, David HaMelech on his level, but he's doing it in a joking manner, in a holy joking manner. He's not doing it making little of it, but he's doing it in a way. He's doing it in a way of joy because he realizes that he has the opportunity to do tshuva. If we realize that we have an opportunity, we made a mistake, right? Think about it. And Hashem says, you could do tshuva. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? You could do tshuva. I mean, a guy you get stopped. Let's think about it. You get stopped by a cop, right? You were speeding or a red light or whatever the heck it is, right? The cop stops you. What kind of joy do you have if you said something to the cop and the cop said, you know what, have a nice day and lets you go? How much joy do you have? Ever happen?
Sure.
And do you walk away, do you feel like, wow, that's great? Right? You know, right?
Yeah.
It happened to you, David?
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you imagine you did something wrong that has an eternal effect? The ticket, okay, whatever they can do, they'll give you a point. They'll cost you a little more money for your insurance or whatever the case is. But here we do an avera, it causes something that's eternal. This problem keeps going on. And Hashem says, do tshuva, fix it.
If I start joking around with the
not joking. No. David HaMelech was again the Batchin, the Malka. He was on his level. That's David HaMelech. I was just trying to show you. The Zohar says that David HaMelech was the Batchin, the Malka.
He almost got Hashem to laugh, so to speak.
Yeah.
Remember, he was a wild dancer.
Yeah.
The Torah came back, and his wife gave him a hard time.
Yeah.
Gave him a hard time.
Yeah.
Doing it.
What are you doing?
Staying
Yeah.
in your Hamburg, staying in your house. You're the king, and hold yourself like a certain way.
What are
What are you talking about?
he just had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
The same way we said like Rabbi Nachman yesterday, right? He just did what he did. He didn't care. This is Hashem. I don't care what people think. I got to do what I have to do. It's amazing.
He must have
Real.
so much slack. The other guy.
But he didn't care.
Were knocking him on his Torah, let's say. Okay, they were saying, hey, it's a little bit, out there on the Torah, and then you see him act like this, and they say, will you look at this whack job? Will you look at your leader who you're trying to follow? You see what I've been saying all along?
You see, I'm right.
You see, I'm right.
Kamevaya bezayah kadosh ayin sham. Ki David hu bechinas malchus de kedusha. David is the malchus de kedusha. Kedusha is simcha, right? Kedusha and simcha is the same word, right? Anytime you want to say kedusha, you can say simcha. It's the same thing. You can interchange the words. Shechina, kedusha, simcha is all the same thing. They're all the same thing because the Shechina is kedusha, the Shechina is simcha, right? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Shechina, is this presence in this world and so on. Shu bechinas Shechina Shehi Simchason Sheyisol. That is the Simcha of Klal Yisrael. The Shechina is the Simcha of Klal Yisrael. So again, remember he said, really the Simcha belongs to us because we're connected to the Shechina, because we come from the Shechina, right? We're connected to the Shechina. The Shechina is in Malchus, right? The Shechina is in Malchus, the lowest level. Shechina is in the Malchus, in the lowest level in this world. The Shechina is in this world, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in this world. Right? When we say L'Shem or whatever, we'll talk about that another time. Okay. It's part of the L'Shem Yuchad, the Yud Kei Vav Kei, right? Or whatever. Okay. It's true. It's a Simchas and Sheisov. Okay. Beisha Dovid biyad Pelishtim begolas. Dovid HaMelech came to a point like this, and he said that I can't stay. I have to go out. I have to leave. I have to leave Eretz Yisrael. He just felt that he had to leave. He couldn't stay here. He couldn't stay in Eretz Yisrael. He had to leave. He left. David HaMelech left, and he got caught by the Pelishtim. He left his land. He left the Eretz Yisrael. He got caught by the Pelishtim.
Wait, because he was being chased, or like on a Pneumius level?
On a Pneumius level.
What was it? The Kedusha was.
He felt that he can do something better undercover outside. He can accomplish more outside.
Wow, that's a big idea.
Well, that's again David HaMelech. That was his idea, but he got caught. Right? Begolas. The Tofsu, I say. They grabbed him. Right? They grabbed him. The Aviyu Lifnei Avimelech Verotzel Lincoln. Boy, they want to take Nakam on him. Right? This little guy here, this David HaMelech, this redhead guy here, he knocked down Goliath. That was their prize fighter. They had nothing to worry about. As long as they had the Goliath, they didn't worry about having soldiers. They didn't worry about anything. They had this guy. He would what do you call it? He would just crush anyone that came in his way. He was so big. Do we know how big he was, Yossi? Do you know how big he was? He was very big, right?
David HaMelech?
No, Goliath.
Yeah.
He was real big. We don't know how big he was, right? But he's real big. Okay. V'ro David she'i efshel is gaber aleihem v'lotzis mehem. David HaMelech saw, I can't overpower these guys. There's too many. I'm way outnumbered here. I'm way outnumbered by the Pelishtim here. I'm way outnumbered. I can't get out. I can't escape. Ki im al yedei simcha. I'm only going to get out of this mess if I have joy. And that's the last thing someone would think of.
Yeah.
Right? That would be the last thing somebody would think of if they find themselves in a dire situation like that. I'll be happy. No, but he knew the secret. The only way to get out is if I connect myself back to the Shechina. I got to connect myself back to the Shechina. I need Hashem's protection. I'm only going to get Hashem's protection.
Like I had when I was in Eretz Yisrael.
I'm only going to get Hashem. Yeah, exactly. I'm only going to get Hashem's protection if I have joy. That's how you can fight back on all of the klippas, all the husks of impurity, all the impurity in the world. You can fight back with it because all of that is atzvas, and you can use simcha to overpower the atzvas, right? Shem lechinas atzvas. Avo be'ez taikiv hagolas shem is gabrin b'meriras hashibut ve'eina menichem l'smayach. But when you're in a deep golas, and they're making the situation so dismal, so difficult. They don't let you try, they don't let you be besimcha. They just make the situation so hard. We're going to attack you from all around. We're going to this, we're going to do that, we're going to do it. They just want to make us crazy. They literally do, right? Yossi? Right? B'im kain, ma'ayin yova yezreinu. Where's our hope going to come from? We're outnumbered. Where are we going to get it? How are we going to get it? How are we going to have any hope? You can't be protected and saved from the sitra achra from the other side unless you're going to be in joy, right? So some people feel that way during the day, right? They have all different thoughts come in their mind. They have in their computer, whatever it is, they're doing whatever they're doing. They just feel like they're getting bombarded from everything, right? People feel that they're constantly getting bombarded. What's the antidote? Simcha. The antidote is simcha. You need to bring up the joy. If a person's watching his computer and he's thinking he's going to see something, turn it off. Walk away. Walk away, sing a song, do something silly. Walk away. Disengage. Walk away. L'simcha. Ki efshel liskos machmas toikev his gabras begolus. But sometimes you feel like you can't do that because the golus is so powerful. You just can't do it. And the Sitracha doesn't even let you think to do besimcha. Right? That's why we're using the example of Dovid HaMelech, where he was in a real difficult situation. Right? He was way outnumbered by the Pelishtim, by the Pelishtim, right? And he was their army. He was in front of the king, and what was he supposed to do? and he knew that, wait a second, my life is very important because I'm responsible for Klal Yisrael. He knew that. So he wasn't even thinking about himself, he's thinking about you and I today. What are we going to do? Do you understand? That's what that was going through his mind. I need to save. It's not just that I'm saving my own neck, literally, right? I'm not saying by my own neck. I have to figure out how to save Klal Yisrael. So what does he do? He uses simcha. David HaMelech shoya simchasan sheyisol. That's why David HaMelech was the great joy of Klal Yisrael, and that's why he did all the silly things that people thought was silly. Right? People looked at it silly, but he was the Batchan of Hashem. Hashem loved what he did because he did it from his heart. When he came to the Sitra, look at that, the Sitra Acha, the Pelishtim, right? See that? These guys that we have today, they're not the Pelishtim, right?
Not at all.
These guys are gypsies, right? What are they?
Right.
You see, who are these guys that we have now here?
Human waste.
But there's been a lot of trouble that historically just comes from that area. So they're not the Pelishtim, but there's something about that place that just...
There's something about it. Sitra Acha, right? Trouble. Hashem bestowed David HaMelech with this idea, with this advice. That what? He made himself as if he's a fool, a true fool. Make yourself now like a fool. Hashem gave David HaMelech that idea. Act like you're a fool. He did crazy things. He was doing crazy things. He started spitting out. He started spitting, right? Al zikna on his beard, right? V'yosnu al dalsei sashar, and he started banging on the gates, and he started just doing crazy things, right? V'alzeh nimlet miyadam, and that's how he was saved. And that's how he was saved from them, by doing silly things, by doing crazy things. He came to Avimelech. They're trying to tell Avimelech that he's the guy that killed. Avimelech's looking at this guy. This guy's crazy. What are you? You guys are crazy. Get him out of here. No, he's the guy that. No, I don't. Get him out of here. You understand what is going on? They were trying to tell Avimelech because they wanted to get a present from Avimelech. You understand? They tried to explain it to him, but he said, "I can't see this guy. I can't look at him. He's crazy. I can't look at him. There's enough crazy people. I don't want to see him." It's amazing. It's fascinating when you really understand the story, what happened over here. And we say this every Shabbos morning, so you can think about the story every time you say this. You need to make yourself a simcha.
Connection.
Huh?
What's the connection to Shabbos morning?
Shabbos is simcha. So if you're not feeling the simcha, remember David HaMelech. The whole idea of Shabbos, you have the Taisvus Kedusha, right? Extra Kedusha. You have the Neshama Yisera, right? So you're supposed to feel the Kedusha on Shabbos. And then we remind ourselves, David, B'shanosa Yistamei Lifnei Avimelech. Vayikasheyu. It means I can save myself too, right? We could save ourselves also. Ki ayedei milei d'shtusa. Here we go again. Are the words of silliness? Daika bayim l'seich simcha can bring a person to simcha. Shayedei zen nitzoylem mehem, he can be saved from them, whatever it is. Whatever is challenging you, you can be saved by whatever is challenging you with simcha, right? What worse situation can a person be in by being surrounded by your enemy, right? Literally, and brought to the king of the enemy, and he got out of the mess, right? He got out of the mess. Ki ikar his gabras aleim hu al yedei simcha. The main way to fight back against them is through simcha. V'efshe begolus l'smayach. And you can't be happy in Golus. Ki im al yedei mile dishtu sadaika. So notice, if you want to just, if you're in Golus, if you're in a time of Golus, right? Really, we said you're supposed to be happy. Hey, Hashem made me a Jew. Wow, Hashem made me. He chose me from all the other. But if that doesn't work, so then do whatever you have to do, as long as it's kosher again. Whatever you have to do in order to jolt yourself out of that mess, to lift yourself up. You understand? You have to do whatever you have to do to lift yourself up. So that's the idea of Purim, right? Because again, what are we doing on Purim? We're going against Amalek, right? Purim is against Amalek, right? We're going against Amalek. Amalek is our arch enemy. Amalek is the arch enemy. They're the ones that had the brazenness to go to Parai, to tell Parai that we ran away, right? And they're the ones that came and attacked us, the first one, after we came out of Mitzrayim. They were the first ones, right? Amalek is our true arch enemy. So that's why on Purim we're going against our enemy. How you go against your enemy? Not with war, not with guns, and that you have to be besimcha. Simcha, joy, can overpower them. So if we would all be working on our simcha now, we can get rid of our enemies.
So there's nothing wrong with joking around, like being like.
Not nothing. No, Adirabba, it's great.
It's great as long as it's not like Sana still, because sometimes.
No. So we said yesterday.
Too.
No, you can't speak nivel peh, right? You don't speak bad words, and you don't not bad topics, right? And you don't make fun of people.
Well, then how am I supposed to do?
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go.
What am I supposed to talk about? I got no material.
You can make fun of Biden. Go make fun of Biden. That's a big mitzvah. Make fun of Putin, right? The guy in Iran, right? You make fun of these guys, right?
Kemla.
Yeah, there we go. Right? Well, that you're allowed to do.
Those are public people.
No, don't make fun of Jews. You can make fun of Goyim all you want. No problem. Just not of Jews.
Art says.
Yeah.
Well, not if they're Jewish.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
No, dude.
And you can't.
Now that's material.
And you can't make fun of yourself either.
Yeah, you can't make fun of your eyes, right.
You can't make fun of her husband.
You what?
You can't make fun of her husband.
Oh, her husband is Jewish, yeah. Never.
He's
Whose
not
husband?
Jewish.
Camilla.
Camel.
Camilla is the same ISIS as Amalek.
Camel.
He's not Abigail. You
No,
know.
Camilla's the same letters as Amalek.
With an I,
Yeah, with I, yeah. Camilla. Yeah. Amalek. Yeah, Amalek.
Oh jeez, never thought of that.
You just move the K to the end in English.
Yeah.
And then you got him.
See that? And even in English, right, David?
In English, yeah. Wow, we need to broadcast that.
It is.
It is? Yeah, it works better in English. No, we gotta put it in.
Ryan tells that every time he gets a chance.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yes,
The
he
point
does.
is to be silly and to do these things because, like again, within.
But do you understand? This is the way. This is the way to fight back against the other side. This is what we have to do. The other side wants to bring atzvos, and we said that we're attached to atzvos. Why are we attached? Because we come from the offer. So the offer wants to pull us down. Offer is down. Our offer falls down. It's heavy. It falls down. So it wants to pull us down always. We have to lift ourselves up. The natural tendency of a person is to be ba'atzvos. Right? So we have to work on simcha. And we said that really the other simcha, that the entertainment industry in the world, the entertainment industry stole our simcha. Right? Because that's not real simcha. We learned that yesterday, remember?
Although the Jews have had a really big impact, not just on entertainment, because again, nobody knows how to go into the spark, so to speak, like the Jews. Sometimes it gets misplaced, but we had a disproportionate impact on entertainment, and then on comedy.
Yeah.
On comedy, like there's these guys, like a Mel Brooks, that bring with them a certain tom of Yiddish humor.
Okay.
That is like that's very that people appreciate.
Okay, but again, Yossi, again, we want to bring things to. It has to be from the side of kedusha. If it leads you to kedusha, that's great, right? And if you listen to the comedy, and then you feel closer to Hashem, that's amazing, right? But if it's the same thing with music, right? The same thing with music, right? You go to these concerts, right? People walk away, they feel depressed when they leave, right? But then you have, let's say, Shlomo Kalbach, right? So he would have a concert, and he would sing, and he would try to get to talk to people's hearts. He was trying to bring people closer to, and people would sit there and cry. But they weren't crying because they didn't like what he was singing. It was terrible, we have to listen to the rabbi sing here. No, they were crying because he touched their hearts for the first time. He met people, and he touched their hearts, and he got them to cry. He got them to feel. Right? That's what we keep learning. Everything we have to do is we have to get the heart to feel, right? We need to get the heart, the mind, the thoughts, the words. We have to say the words so it gets in our vidu dvar, right? And if you can't do that, so then you just need mila d'shtusa. You need silly words to get you to get out of the atzvas. You got to get out of the atzvas. The atzvas is the worst. Is the worst thing. The Rebbe says, "What's the greatest mitzvah that's not a mitzvah is simcha, and what's the greatest avera that's not really an avera is atzvas." It's not an avera to be atzvas, but it's going to bring you to all of the averas.
Incidentally, you would think that drinking alcohol would be seemingly a part of the joy and silliness plan here. Okay, even in a kadosh area.
Yeah.
But I guess from what we know, I don't see anything here. Rav Nachman was actually very against that. He didn't say this, but it seems like he wants you to do all this, what we would call sober.
Yeah. He wants you to be conscious of what you're doing. You should be conscious of what you're doing. You what?
I asked him if that was a problem.
No, come on, stop.
You're making it pretty tough.
No, we say in Mordechai, we say we can't make fun of people to make joy happen.
I was asking a serious
Yeah,
question.
you can't use booze. And I guess that's like
We kill him, pour him.
Other substances.
Pour
he
him.
doesn't. Apparently, he didn't like.
No
Like
substances.
substances.
Natural.
You just have to be. It has to be from your heart. The joy has to come
I have
from
to
your
leave.
heart.
I'm sorry, no weed, I gotta go.
But if you use a substance, so then it's not the
Not
joy
real.
is not coming from
Not
it's not
real.
coming from you. It's from that. That's the whole point. But then we're going to learn. We have time.
When you
We
come down off that state of marijuana or whatever, it's worse.
It's worse. That's
Exactly.
that's the whole point. If you come to Mili D'Shtusa, when you finish, you feel good
Right.
because it's real.
It's real.
Because it's real. If you go listen to the entertainment from the entertainment industry, when you finish, you feel like I need to listen to some more of it because I feel terrible now. So you turn on more of it. That's how they get you to keep listening, right? And they get their numbers and they get their things, right? Because you keep listening. You need more. I watched one movie. It was great when I was watching it. They kept me going. But now, I need to see another one now because I feel terrible. Right? That's what people keep doing. But then that's the Aveira, Goyreres, Aveira. Right? But then you can do Mitzvah, Goyreres, Mitzvah. Right? If you do the Mile D'Shtusa, right? You do it the right way, to lift you up, to get you out of the depression, to bring you to the simcha. So then that'll be the catalyst to bring you to do more mitzvahs. Right? Okay? So we got that? We understand that? So maybe we'll stop over there with this because it's going to get late again, and let's do some Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, okay? A very important lesson, huh?
Yeah. No, they don't teach this. It's an art to know how to be silly or to teach. A lot of times.
Well, that's what, yeah.
Sit up straight and everyone can be. And again, there's a place for all of that, but there's a place to be silly.
Yes, it's a holy place.
It's a holy place, a really holy place that's mandated. That's mandated.
When it's impossible for you to get out of that atzvus, when you're feeling that atzvus.
Yeah.
So first you're supposed to think, wow, Hashem made me a yid. Wow, that's amazing. Right? Hashem chose, I have an neshama. But if that's not working for you, so then do Mili D'Shtusa.
Yeah.
Try something else, before. And then if that doesn't work, then go to Mili D'Shtusa. That's it. That's exactly right.
I've been to hundreds
Yeah.
of rock and roll concerts. Now that you're saying that.
Hundreds, wow.
Hundreds. 'Cause I
Okay.
used to intern for a record label when I was in college. And now that you're saying it, like, actually, I've never walked away from a concert feeling spiritually uplifted.
Never, right?
Never. Even Oasis, where I really, when the songs hit my neshama, but I never walk out of that concert and think, wow, I feel.
Right, but let's say you come to
No,
Shira Dovid here Friday
right.
night, and you walk out of the shul.
That's right.
How do you feel?
No, when I go to.
You feel great. You feel
I
great.
hear Rav Shlomo, when I
You
hear
feel
his brother,
great.
When I hear Yishai,
You feel great.
Yeah, I feel good.
Because that's coming from a place of kedusha.
Right.
So that's the proof. How you feel is the proof.
I gotta stop doing
You proved it to yourself now.
Hmm?
You know it's true.
Right, David? Or was it different with the Grateful Dead?
They were into that.
They were grateful to be dead, right? They were grateful to be dead. The Sitra de Maisa, Mamish, the Sitra de Maisa. They were on the Sitra de Maisa and they were happy, grateful to be on the Sitra de Maisa.
Yeah. It was over, you had to take up, that's all.
What's that?
You had to take up afterwards in order to get back up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so much external stuff that doesn't even depend on me. Like, it just comes
Right.
from all over.
Yeah, that's right. It's all the
Yeah,
it's coming against you, right?
But we touched on that music part. With
Yeah, we did. We learned about it. Yeah. It's the same idea. I'm just trying to bring you the same idea. You could take music and the milah, the shtusa, each thing, the byproduct. What's the byproduct of what comes out of it? What comes out of it, if it comes out of it, you feel closer to Hashem, go for it. If you don't feel close to Hashem, abort, go do something else. Okay?
I want to tell you where I think this Torah influenced me a little.
Okay.
Just because it's something silly, but it's important, but holy. I had to take my daughter back to Mitra Shah yesterday in Yerushalayim. And it was her and her friend. Okay, and I said, oh, I can't wait to take you. I can't wait. I want to come in. I want to see the dorms. I want to see the base medrash. And she was going bananas. No, I don't want you talking to anyone. You know, I mean, like really, because her mom was supposed to take her. There's no way. You don't say a word. You're not coming near the dorm.
They wouldn't even let you in the dorm, probably.
Yeah, I said, it must be some good. Dads must carry stuff in for you.
No.
I don't care. You leave it on the sidewalk. Don't say a word. I mean, you're not doing any of your stuff. Okay, it's my first week there. Nothing. I don't want. I said, babe. Anyway, fine. All right, I didn't like the film, but that's what it was. And so I had to pick up some of her friends. Also, was giving them a ride in. As we're driving in, I hear her say, as we're getting closer, 2 blocks from the school, it goes, "Oh, that's Hila." They saw one of their friends getting off a bus, walking also, so they'd all be back at the same time. So I said, "Look, I'm quiet the whole time, but now, I can't go into, but let me do my thing." So I pull up next to Hila as I'm driving, and she's walking with her backpack, and I just roll the window down. Hi, Hila. And I have a little thing that I do with like my finger. Even this laughing. She's like, hi, Hila. She's like, huh? She's like looking at me like I'm feeling, moving my fingers. It's a little bit nuts, I know. But the girls, and then she looks and she sees, oh, Avital in there, and she sees her other friend. They're like, oh, hi, my friend. They're like, that wasn't a total busha like in front of, like the Rebbe's or anything like that. Like it was a cute little thing.
Yeah,
Like,
good.
oh my gosh, your father's so fun.
Okay.
You a little laugh, but I heard you in that.
Is that the claw?
Okay, let's just do one halacha, please. Let's just do one halacha. Okay, Dalet. Tzrichen lizoya sheloi levarech chas v'sholem bracha levatala. Right? Dalet, today. Okay. Make sure you don't make a bracha levatala, right? We said before you say a bracha, you're supposed to think about the bracha you're going to make. Right? Now, but let's say you forgot to do that. Right? Just before you make a bracha, think. I have an apple. Okay, now what bracha is this apple? Oh, it's a ha'etz. Okay. So now I'm going to make a ha'etz now, and then make the bracha, right? But sometimes we just get overwhelmed with things, and we just quickly make up with it. Wait, I made the wrong bracha. I just made the wrong. See, we don't want to make bracha levatala, right? We don't want to make a bracha in vain, right? Okay. Okay, oy ligroim la'atzmai levarek bracha she'eina tzricha, or to make a bracha that you don't need to make, right? Right, you don't want to make a bracha that you don't, right? So that's why we have the klal suffik bracha is lahakil, right? If you're not sure if you made a bracha, you don't make the bracha again because of this. You don't want to make a bracha in levatala, okay? Except for when it comes to birchas hamazon, right? Birchas hamazon is a daraisa. You have to bench. That's a Torah. The Torah says you have to bench, right? So if you're not sure if you benched, you bench again. right? Because a suffix deraisa is the chumrah, but suffix the rabbana is the kula, right? Right? Okay, you understand that? Okay. What do you do now? I just realized I made a bracha levatol. Chatzon, I made the bracha. What do you do? V'chein binyan ache im nichshal v'hoitzi shem shemayim levatol. Or you said one of Hashem's name levatol. What do you do? Yoyma achareh baruch shem kavay mechusa le'olam v'od. Right, so say Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusa Le'olam V'od. So you're making Hashem's name is in His Malchus is for eternity. That's why you said His name and so on, and that's how you can undo that. But again, this is Plan B. Really, don't make the bracha. If you realize that you did make the brachas, then you could say Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusa Le'olam V'od. Okay, now B'yim miyad achar shehiskar Hashem niskar she'enoi tzarich levarach yisayim lamdeini chukecha. Pasuk in Tehillim, right? Lamdeini kuchecha. He said, Baruch Atah Hashem, Lamdeini kuchecha. Right? Hashem teaches his chukim. Right? That's a pasuk in Tehillim. Right? You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you could say Lamdeini. It's in Kuf Yud Tes Yud pasuk Yud Beis. Okay?
Lamdeini chukecha.
Lamdeini chukecha. Right, so say Baruch Atah. He said Baruch Atah Hashem. Oh, Lamdeini chukecha. Okay, that's how you finish it up, and you didn't do anything wrong. But again, these are ways. But you're really supposed to really think before you make the bracha. What am I going to be making a bracha on? Why am I saying this bracha? Right? Shezeh pasuk sholem, because then it becomes a pasuk sholem. Heavy kamay limud v'loy levatala. So then it turns into you are learning. And if you're learning, and if you want to read Tehillim, you could say Hashem's name. It's not a problem, right? You're saying a pasuk, you can say Hashem's name, right? So if you said Hashem, if you say the whole pasuk, I don't know, by Sfardim it's different, right? You could just say Hashem's name a little easier with if you're quoting a pasuk, you don't even say the whole pasuk, right?
I think so.
Right, but by Ashkenaz we don't do that. I know it's a little bit different there.
He's never made that mistake. So.
I'm not saying chas v'sholem. I'm not. No, I try to learn Sephardi law so I understand it also. Okay, v'im hischil gam tevas elekenu. Let's say you started saying Hashem's name elekenu. You started saying elekenu. V'niska miyad la'achar sham elekei. Elekei. And I didn't say the new, right? Elekei. I didn't say the new yet. Okay. V'loy gama loyma nu Yisayim v'yoyme Yisrael avinu me'olam v'yad olam. Elokei Yisrael avinu me'olam v'yad olam. So finish the pasuk like that. You understand? Finish the saying Elokei. So Baruch Atah Hashem Elokei. You understand? You didn't finish saying the new, so then you say Yisrael avinu me'olam v'yad olam. Okay, got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you said Baruch Atah Hashem. He didn't start the Elokeinu. He said Lamdeini Chukecha. If you started the new, you say Yisrael Avinu Meyad Olam. Okay. Shezeu Gam Kein Loshen HaPosuk B'divrei Yomim Posuk Aleph Kuf Tes Perik Aleph Kuf Yud. Okay. Mikol Makayim. Yomer Gamba Zeh Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusay Le'Navod. Either way, say Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusay Le'Navod. Each time with everything where you finished it.
After Lamdei Kuchecha also?
Say Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusay Le'Navod. Yeah, just say it anyway. Always say Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusay Le'Navod. Any mistake. So finish off the pasuk. If you said a whole bracha by mistake, so you say Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusay. If you finish, say Baruch Atah Hashem, and then you said Lamdeini Chukecha, Baruch Shem Kavay Malchusay Le'Navod.
Even in the middle of someone else, right? Say if you mess up a little bracha here or there, you remember a 3-second rule or like.
Middle of Shmoneh Esrei depends where you are in Shmoneh Esrei. You may have to start again. Shmoneh Esrei you may have to start again, so that you have to look at.
Is the bracha?
It depends. Like let's say you're saying Shmoneh Esrei, you're supposed to say Yalav Yovo, and you didn't say Yalav Yovo, so start again.
No.
You can't fix it.
Oh, yeah, those were like more or less no.
Your classic brachas, so you just you say the wrong bracha and you know.
Or you forgot where you were.
You forgot where you were.
No, well, let's say you didn't say. Let's say we're gonna start adding the inserts for the
same bracha.
Right. No, right. So if you don't say, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
There's a good line. I was listening to an official chapter, and he says. He goes, my Rebbe used to call those speed bumps. Mm-hmm. You know, like the Sarasimi Tshuva, you know, like there's a Fein L'chaim.
Yeah, you gotta stop
Those are
taking.
speed bumps. It's a good way. It's a good term.
Nice. Okay, so that's the halacha for today.
All right.
So I wish everyone a wonderful day. Please try to be besimcha. Remember, if you get into any mess, just act silly.
Yeah.
Okay, kol tov b'sara tovos.